Hi, my name is Anna. I'm the Executive Director of Community Family Services of Ontario. I'm a doctor in speech-language pathology, a speech-language pathologist. We are going to discuss the topic of receptive communication in preschool children today. What is receptive communication? So communication happens in two parts: how you understand, receive information, and how you express, how you output information. So receptive communication has to do with how a child understands the audio and print and any other stimuli that come their way from the external environment and how they process it in their minds. So it comes in 6 stages. The first stage has to be understanding of the real object. So if the child is presented with an apple that the parent cuts up for the child to put in their mouth, chew, eat, and swallow, that's the real object that you can touch, eat, smell. Right? So that's number 1 level, real object. The second level has to do with the real object, but not in your hands. So it's a photographic image of the object. So you can think about a photo that shows an actual apple with its red peel, right? So that's actually a photo. The next level up, it's more inference. Right? So it's a representation of the thing itself, but it's not a realistic representation. So you can think of it as a cartoon or a pictorial image of it. So in kids' books, sometimes apples talk, sometimes apples have eyes and mouths and hands and feet, and it comes in any odd color like a blue or purple, right? So that's the pictorial representation of an apple. The 4th level is audio representation. So when a mom wants to tell the child that she wants to give the child an apple to eat, she may actually not present the real object in front of the child to see, but she could be presenting it by saying the word. So when mama says, apple, baby, apple, that really means, baby, do you want an apple to eat? So baby has to understand the word apple, the audio representation of it, without seeing the actual thing that he or she can touch and eat. Level 5 of the receptive understanding is verbal presentation. So child needs to be able to understand the fact that the child itself says something like apple or apple or any other language such as 苹果, 苹果. The child is actually articulating the fact that he or she sees an apple or wants to eat an apple. The last stage of understanding is print representation. So the print has to do with text and words. So it can come in English, French, Chinese, any other language that the family uses with the child. And usually family can develop the understanding for the child by putting the object or the picture or the photo of the actual object together with the printed text to help the child understand the print representation of the real object itself. So in order for the child to effectively understand speech, parents need to help the child understand all of these 6 levels, and they can do so by thematically programming their lives around, let's say, a lexicon of 20 vocabulary items per week, to eat the same foods, put the same pictures around the child's living quarters, and talk about the same vocabulary over and over again within the same period of time. That is going to help increase the receptive understanding of the child of that language and the 20 lexicon items. So if your child is seen to be behind on developmental milestones, discrimination or denial does not help with the condition. Please consult with your speech-language pathologist.